Hello trainers, it's your favorite content creator Ganeto, and today we're diving once again into Ultra League. You're gonna see that the team that we're using is kinda the same like the previous time that we used it, but I dropped a lot on Little Cup when trying to use teams with Panzer. I was trying to make a video around it, but that did not work. Best case scenario was a 4-1 and all the others were 3-2, 2-3 and 1-4, so I dropped kinda a lot on Go Battle League, and I said to myself, well, you know what, you have a team that works, perhaps you should start using it. So with this team I went at around expert level once again the past few days, so I'm gonna reintroduce the team with Shadow Swampert up on the lead, followed up by Shadow Walrein and Talonflame. I will say a few things that I said in my previous video as well, and then we're gonna proceed into the commentary. Well, we have a rank 1 Shadow Walrein, and that's the main reason I'm using a Pokemon like this. I would go with a Lapras or a regular form of Walrein if I did not have a rank 1, so that's why I have the rank 1. Overall, you can still go pretty well with a regular one, just keep that in mind. Shadow Swampert on the other hand, I believe that a Shadow version of Swampert is gonna be just the superior version of Swampert, since it can deal much more damage and of course threat some other threats that the regular Swampert cannot. Also, when debuffed, Earthquake is still gonna hit like a truck, a move that is not gonna be underestimated by any opponent when you're using a Shadow version of Swampert. So after you saw that first win and my weird commentary on the first part of the video, we're gonna proceed into the second battle, and you're gonna see that we have a pretty bad lead. Jellicent, Walreins and stuff like that are pretty bad leads for my Swampert, but as you can see here, I have a plan around it. I want to go for the potential bait. They sealed here, that is absolutely amazing, and then try to nuke them down with my Earthquake. Good news here is that they use the Bubble Beam on the CMP, meaning that now they do not have that much of energy, only 3 hexes worth of energy. And right now I can come in with my Walrein and start doing some solid work, so we can safely kinda farm down this whole thing. I have to sacrifice a shield in the process, however this is gonna be just a Bubble Beam, just a bummer, and we're gonna tap and smash that switch button. We are debuffed, we do not want to spend any energy from our part when we have the debuff on our Walrein, so cleansing that debuff with a switch out to Talonflame, and of course forcing them to switch out. However, they are not switching out, staying in with that Ninetales, and now I have one solid plan. I have to go straight for that Brave Bird. That's my win cone. They not sealed the move, and we're gonna take immediately the win because they bail out after that. So a lot of Scrafties on the expert rank, and I think that if you are on expert as well, you're gonna see a lot of Scrafties as well. So this team is not the best anti-Scrafty team, but definitely have some really solid solutions, and against the Walrein, Scrafty still has to pull off some heavy job because Walrein is pretty spammy, and if you have a Shadow Walrein like I do, which can survive the hit from those counters, you can see that those spammy icicle spears are still gonna connect, dealing massive damage even to a Scrafty. So landing this Earthquake here against the Walrein, they bail out to their Scrafty, and I go for the Earthquake. I went for the Earthquake because they passed through that final counter, so my icicle spears would not do enough job, but anyways they sealed it there, and right now we're gonna go in with Talonflame, farming a little bit extra, and I'm pretty sure that my Swampert on the end game can absolutely wreck my opponent apart. So Talonflame coming in here, farming up to 100 energy, throwing that Brave Bird. I'm not expecting a shield, but they sealed it. They switch out to the Nidoqueen to snipe us down, but we have quite what we need with our switch into Swampert. What I try to do here is to block the Poison Fang, because I know that at this point even that Poison Fang can hurt a lot. However, they reach to a move faster than we do. Here comes the Power Up Punch, so we're gonna go right on the edge for that Hydro Cannon, which is absolutely ready, and they are 1 incinerate of dying. Down goes Scrafty, we have the Brave ready to go, and we're gonna take a really good victory for our team. Moving on into the next one, a Swampert against our Swampert. We might carry a Shadow version of Swampert, but the battle is still like a mirror, because because we both deal about the same amount of damage to each other. So here comes the first one. I decided to block because we reached an earthquake, so perhaps they could go for an earthquake. However, they decided to take our move here, and that's kinda weird for them because we can go with back-to-back hydro cannons. They can overfarm here, but if it's gonna be just a hydro cannon, we can still survive. You can see that we are about at the same amount of HP, meaning that if we can go here for the hydro cannon, we're gonna take their last shield and we can take now their move because we have the shield advantage, and that's all that our Talonflame needs. Even against something like a Giratina or a Swampert, Talonflame with a shield advantage can really pull off the win. So we're gonna farm down completely. They have a Sylveon, gonna answer with an earthquake, which is a questionable move by my part. That was not the correct play, to be honest, and they have a Walrein at the back. So what I want to do here is to go for the maximum amount of energy, but also I can go for back-to-back flame charges or the Brave Bird to finish off. I decided to go for the flame charge because I'm not sure if a Brave Bird is enough to finish off at this range. So here comes now my flame charge to finish off at the last second the Walrein, and they come back with a Sylveon, meaning that now I have the upper hand. Just a single move will beat and Sylveon is gonna go down. For the next one, we have a very good lead on the face of Alolan Mac, and also this Pokemon carries the move Poison Jab, which is resisted. We're gonna go straight for the earthquake. They make an amazing catch on the Cresselia, and we are off to go on a very good matchup here, because here comes Moonblast. Most probably they are not carrying Future Sight, so we can go now for the Flame Charge, dealing some really nice damage, putting them at a point that we can totally farm down. Another move is coming in, another Moonblast, we can survive, and after that we can safely farm down with that last Incinerate. With Cresselia out of the way, I'm pretty sure that my other two Pokemon can go pretty well, unless they carry something like a Grass type at the back. So we're gonna go here for the double Flame Charge. We are for sure gonna take at least a shield out of that Pokemon, and that's pretty amazing because now my Swampert can come in and farm all that energy. I go right straight ahead for the Swampert because I want to see what they have at the back. We managed to draw out a Walrein, which is pretty fantastic. We're gonna nuke it with the Earthquake. Look at how much damage we dealt to a heavy mon. We're gonna take some damage in exchange, but we can still reach to that Hydro Cannon right on the edge before fainting, meaning that now my Walrein can come in. They're gonna see that, and most probably they're gonna bail out of the fight because my Walrein now stands on the higher ground. So they have the Mac, which returns to the fight. I could easily go here for an Icicle Spear, but for some weird freaking reason I decided to go for the Earthquake and still gonna go with the Overkill against the Poison type and grant us another huge victory. Hopping into the next one right now, and we're facing a Scrafty up on the lead. So a pretty tricky lead because those power punches can really stack up in damage with counters, but if we can block correctly the foul play, if they go for it, we can win. Hopefully they go for the foul play right from the bat. That was a good play by their part, but we knew better. We were counting the moves, so at the 7th counter we went for the block, and that was absolutely the key to win this matchup. They're gonna take us out, so that is not technically a win, but we can go now in with our Walrein and try to do our best. So Icicle Spear is gonna do a nice chunk out of the Swampert, while they still need a whole Earthquake to finish us off. I'm here like, okay, bring it on, we can take the Earthquake right on the edge over here, and we're gonna rely on our Talonflame to finish off the match. They decide to take this Icicle Spear, so that means now that whatever comes in will most probably gonna farm us down. They have a Talonflame, we're gonna answer back with our own Talonflame, and I'm gonna go for that extra Incinerate and not the CMP, because I do not want to lose the CMP, because it's gonna be kinda random since we most likely gonna have both 15 in attack. Gonna go for the extra Incinerate, nuke down the opponent's Talonflame with my Brave Bird, and right now we're gonna be on a very good position because two of those Incinerates might be it for that Scrafty to faint. No, they need only 3. Yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna go for 2 and then fire off the Flame Charge to finish off the match and grant us the victory. A pretty close one, but we knew better, trainers, and we took the win. right on the next one, and we're having a Nidoqueen up on the lead, a pretty solid one. So as you can see on this run that we had, we are having a pretty positive double set video, but I was having kind of a very good leads, so that's why you can see this team succeed even more than usual. If you saw my previous video, well, we were having a lot of bad leads and we still managed to do a lot of work against the enemy. So here we're gonna answer with the Walrein against the Walrein, gonna go with the switch after we farm a lot of energy on our Swampert, and right now not only we took out a shield with the Swampert from that Walrein, but also we can start pressuring down the opponent because we have the time to go for a double icicle spear on the Nidoqueen. That poison jab that passed through doesn't mean a lot of things for my Walrein because we can still survive. Gonna go with the icicle spear, gonna finish off Nidoqueen, and they have at the back a Trevenant, so that means now that my Talonflame can come in, sack whatever move they might throw. I'm not gonna block because I know I can survive that Shadow Ball with ease, and I'm not gonna get destroyed down by the Shadow Claws. So I can see that they're pressuring down here, but I have a shield up since now I have the energy as well on my Swampert. I have nothing to worry about because I can go for the Hydro Cannon, finish off that Pokemon after blocking the Seed Bomb, and we're gonna be just fine on the win scenario. On the next one, another poison type on the lead. Well, I hear what you're saying, but this is gonna be a double set video and we're gonna win all of those battles. So Hydro Cannon is gonna connect, but we have farmed up at a point that we have some really nice energy on our Swampert that can be pretty hurtful for my opponent. So we're gonna right now take this Earthquake. We can survive it because this is not gonna be a shadow version of Swampert and we can still be put at the yellow. Down goes Swampert. That's fantastic news for my Talonflame for the end game, and right now Mac returns. So I will try to go here for a potential Earthquake. Instead I'm gonna click on that icicle spear because they were making the switch and I was like, whatever that might be must get destroyed down, but it was a Walrein, so they sacked my icicle spear. So we're gonna go now with that flame charge dealing massive damage to their shield, and we have to start blocking as well. However, I decided to take this icicle spear because I know I can survive, and with that amount of energy that we have, I think that we can safely go for the flame charge, pressure them down at the point that they cannot do anything with their energy. So now we can go in with Swampert and start farming down all that energy that this Walrein can provide to us. So Icicle Spear is gonna take out our shield and we're gonna go immediately for the Earthquake, thinking they caught, and it succeeded. So we're gonna take out immediately that Mac, down it goes, and we're gonna take the huge W over there. So on the next one we're having an Umbreon up on the lead. So this is gonna be a pretty tricky one. You saw an Umbreon up on the lead right on the start of this video, and this is gonna be a pretty close matchup between those two Pokemon. We can go with triple Hydro Cannon to finish them off, but they also need 3 of those moves to finish us off, and they can get there kinda faster. So what you saw there was a message from my phone that I need to charge it up. So I'm just gonna go now for the Hydro Cannons, finish off this Umbreon, and we have the lead advantage. They are gonna farm us down on the other hand with their Swampert. Unfortunately, I was not able to reach to my Hydro Cannon right on the edge over there, but I'm gonna answer back with that Walrein because they switched out to the Cresselia. Well, I have a counter switch on my Talonflame. So Talonflame, a pretty cool anti-Cresselia option, and because they go for a move here, I'm like, this cannot be a future sight for sure. Just bring it on, we can take it. That was way too early for a future sight. I think they did only 8 of those Moonblast while they need 9 or 10, I think 9 for that future sight, and I'm gonna go here for the overfarm. I can still survive the Moonblast despite the fact that we're kinda low, and we're gonna go with double flame charge at this point, and I'm pretty sure I can go right straight ahead for the switch after that because I can farm down even with spending a shield with my Walrein. However, they follow the switch out, we do that switch out thing at the same time, and we can take those Hydro Cannons because I was counting the moves, though that one could not be an Earthquake at all. wall, so we can go now with back-to-back Icicle Spears and finish off Swampert. At this point they went for a move and I was like, okay, look at how much damage we make, we can definitely farm down, still survive the Psycho Cuts and finish off with a double Icicle Spear. They know that, we know that, we're gonna take the victory and gonna proceed into the final match, trainers, against the Galvantula lead. I'm still working on my Galvantula to use it on Ultra League. I don't think I'm gonna make it soon, but one day I'm gonna do it, because I think I have about 100 excel so far, but still not enough to put at the point that it is gonna be competitive on Ultra League. We need a total of 296 of those excels, which is pretty hard to grind. Anyways, on the switching matchup here, we're gonna have this Griden facing our Walrein. Kinda controversial switching matchup, but we can still pull off kind of the win here. We're gonna see together how this will unfold, because they have the energy to go for a last second body slam. We can survive it and we can go right on the edge once more. I think this is gonna be the 4th or the 5th time that I see it on the video, and we're gonna take out this Griden, meaning that now my Swampert can come in. I lag a little bit here, that's kinda a bummer for us. I have lost the count of volt switches, but here comes now the launch. We can go for the switch out. They also go for the switch out to the Scrafty and straight for the Brave Bird. Perhaps they think that I'm gonna go for the Flame Charge, and boom! Oh my freaking goodness, trainers, we're gonna definitely take the win here, because Scrafty is gonna go down. So that's all, trainers. Thank you for watching, thank you for staying till the end. I hope you had a nice time watching the video. I know it is gonna be a video that you have seen in the past with Swampert, Talonflame and Walrein, but it is a team that is gonna go pretty well against anything, so that's why I recommend to you for Ultra League. So thank you for watching, trainers. Be sure to leave a like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers.